Black
So
Rabbits.
Alex at the
I don't know that.
You should look how black that is.
It's so
Alex at
incredibly
the,
black.
what was it? Food drive. That I know
Oh,
of.
yeah.
He was there. Shout out to
Yeah. Because we just missed each other there, and then I was chilling with him after you left, I guess. What else?
No,
what
no,
else?
no,
how's your week?
It's only three. It's only three.
It's only
It's
three. It's there. No.
It's early.
We gotta get that
early.
video. Alright, let's get
Oh
this.
yeah. What's up?
What was
There
that?
is only three of us here.
Right now.
Where's
Oh,
where's
Jesus
our man?
Christ. Where's Dark?
Oh,
Where's our man in
shit.
there? Where's our man's in them?
Wow.
Yo, he's gonna be pissed, bro.
We ain't never forget you. He's already set, ready to go too.
Not really.
Ring a ding ding.
Alright, let's get before you said it. Never mind.
No time to waste. Well, let's get Byline one since
That's the last wash one.
oh, you can figure that out.
Pinch shot.
Since he's back there watching the football game.
Yeah.
All right. Salute, Lancha.
Yeah.
Whew.
It's not bad.
It's not as smooth as Sanford, that's for sure.
No, it's not. It's whatever. But
So, anybody got Super Bowl picks, or is it too early to talk about that?
I don't
Patriots
watch.
can't die.
As I was like, I don't watch football
Man, they can't.
ever. But
Patriots can't die.
Patriots.
They showed it today.
All right.
Any team that could do what they did in the last quarter of last year's Super Bowl, I'm not betting against them.
Doesn't matter how many balls. No matter how many balls they deflate. Always Patriots. Pause.
I don't know. I don't know.
Who's your team?
I'm a Patriots fan.
Oh, okay. So
I don't necessarily have a team. I just kind of observe it.
Yeah.
Like, they can't die.
I have a soft
That's true,
spot
though.
pause for Cowboys from way back, but
oh, okay, but
that's neither here nor there. It's like
actually,
the
that's
Bull-
like a lot of people. A
it's
lot
like
of
the
people have
Bulls.
that old love.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That old love for like the Cowboys. But I guess the Michael Irvin, Deion Sanders, Emmitt Smith, those days. And then
That's
after
you.
that, that's the. I'm telling you, those are the times I stopped watching. Like those are the last times I watched basketball and football and shit.
Yeah. But you don't watch ball either?
That's how. I just can't get into it.
Not the way. Like
Not
I
the way
watch
you
ball,
used to,
but
yeah,
not like
yeah.
the way I used
Yeah,
to.
same.
Like I'm not into it the way I used to. Like baseball.
I would.
Like, I don't wait for, like, to me, watch ball game, I might as well just watch the fourth quarter. That's all I'm really interested in, because the rest of the game, to me, to
Fair.
watch it,
Well,
like, if I
and
go
you
to
can watch
a-
the highlights.
Well,
Exactly.
the thing about that is it tells a story. Like a lot of times when I'm watching most of the game, I'm watching the story that happens. So guys might not be hitting their free throws.
Mhm.
Okay, if the game comes down to the wire, we know who we can depend
Yeah,
on. So you
yeah.
can see that in the second and third. Or,
And then it's like,
Turnovers,
well,
and
what's
it's
what's the
like-
reason behind this?
Yeah.
You know, is this an ongoing thing? Is it just off for the day?
you know,
I just don't have the real time to watch it like I used to. If I was chilling and had lots of time,
I know
I'd
a
be
lot of
watching.
people,
I'd be watching games.
but it's like that whole saying, like, you know, when people say, oh, I have no time. You have time for the things you want.
yeah.
You just don't have time for that, because it's not really, because there's people
Yeah.
who love the basketball.
They love the basketball.
Love the basketball. But they will set aside time, like,
Mhm.
when that 7 o'clock game
You're right.
comes down,
Yeah.
they're telling the family, don't speak to me. We ate dinner at 5. Don't bother me. This is my time. It's 2 hours. Don't, you know? So it all depends.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Speaking of Drake, he dropped 2 new songs.
Yeah.
I haven't
I haven't taken them in
It's
yet.
called
either.
Scary Hours.
yeah, apparently it's a 2-track EP.
2-track EP.
But it's,
Yeah.
it's
He mentions
one was called
God's
yeah, and the other one was Diplomatic
immunity. Yeah.
I think it's because he couldn't get to drop his 3-peat, so he's forever only gonna release 2 songs.
Only 2 songs at a time.
There was a week you were off. You've been on all episodes.
But yeah, so have you heard any new songs?
No.
I haven't heard it yet. I got home late last night and then turned my phone off. So, yeah.
I didn't get
But I
it.
heard about it.
I heard about
By the way,
the-
you don't have the new Drake tracks, huh?
No.
YouTube won't let us play it.
No. It's only going to be Apple Music for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you guys have Apple Music?
I do.
I know.
You do?
I'm actually gonna start getting it.
How do you like it? Is it?
Apple Music?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
So I haven't. I've used Spotify. Like I've had free accounts on Spotify for years, but I haven't fucked with Apple Music yet.
It's not this whole thing about.
What is it? It's $10 or whatever.
$10 a month,
So
or you
it's
can do
worth
the
it.
family plan, and you can have like I think 5 other people under it for $15.
So we should do a Star Club plan.
I don't Apple.
You don't have to have it. You don't have to have an iPhone.
No, I have to have an Apple ID. I don't feel like paying for an Apple ID.
You don't have to pay for an Apple ID.
Yeah, I looked it up today.
Then you
Because I don't have an. It's free if you have an iPad, iPhone, or whatever tablet.
I guess so.
But if you're gonna just get an Apple ID or
It costs money,
a
really.
Mac, they will charge you
Crazy.
to get an Apple ID.
So I'm really considering leaving Rogers. It's been a fucking big.
Yeah, we were talking about this too.
Yeah.
We talked about a lot during that session.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's I'm just tired of fucking forking over piles of money to them every month
Sure though.
for 15 years. It's like,
You also look like you're on the midnight train.
You know the worst part is? They just had that deal for $60, you get 10 gigs.
I know.
Yeah.
For a day or whatever, but you couldn't get through for the life of you.
But to
Yeah,
me,
but that's temporary. That's gonna be
that's
regular
different, but at the
soon.
same time, me, him, you, as a main consumer of them,
Yeah.
they should be hitting us. Like, you know what?
We should get first
You've
dibs
been
on that.
exactly. You've been paying $100 a month
200.
for 7 gigs. For 7 gigs, and we're giving 10 away for 60. Let us talk to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let us sit you up and bring it back
I
down.
think I'm gonna go to
That's
Freedom.
wicked, man.
I'm gonna be fucked when we go up north.
That's the thing. Freedom
Right.
doesn't work, but I think Kudo works. And
And kudos.
Chatter
should have-
doesn't work. No, Chatter doesn't work.
Chatter's
Chatter, Freedom, stay Toronto area, but Kudo will work up there.
And kudos comparable as far as prices, right?
Yeah, all those little ones are on the same kind of level.
For now.
Freedom is giving you, you get, not that I want to switch back to iPhone. I don't.
You know.
No, I don't. Especially after they just came out with saying that they
We've been slowing down on
purposely
purpose.
slow down after a year. Yeah,
And people are still loving. I don't get
but
it.
no,
you know
the
me.
diehards are still on it. But I mean, you can't deny. I was diehard iPhone for years, and I switched, and I'm like, I'm not. I don't want to go back.
If
But
you know that somebody is abusing you and you stay, that's on you.
So what?
I'm
what-
doing
what
that
was
with
the whole
Rogers
thing?
right now.
Exactly.
What was
You
the
know
whole
what I'm
thing about?
Apple announced that they were slowing down phones, past phones. Anytime they release a new phone, they would slow down the old phones on purpose.
Well,
So
no, they
you
were
have to buy
they
a
were
new one.
designed to after 1 year it slows down.
Yeah.
So I haven't had any real problems or issues
You have an
with my
iPhone?
personal phone. Yeah, I haven't. Like my phone does for me what I need it to do,
Yeah.
and that's it. Like I'm not.
I
I'm the
demand
exception. Like
a
I'm not
lot.
in it like that.
I demand a lot from my device. It's full. It's running a lot of
Are you
shit all the
saying-
time.
Are you saying that you're divisive with your devices?
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, but they're offering.
Is the chicken on?
Yeah, the chicken out. I'm gonna tell you guys about a dream I had last night. Right after this. So,
Darkwing, you might want to close.
so they're
cover your
giving,
ears.
not giving. So you switch over, bring your own device, $50, 10 gigs. That's it. You can never go over. They do the same. They'll throttle after you go past
Yeah.
10 gigs.
Yeah.
So it'll get a little bit slower. But you'll never go over.
Mm.
I always go over no matter what with Rogers. Somehow.
It makes sense. 15 gigs.
By the way-
Somehow.
Makes sense.
by the way-
Somehow you go over though. You know
By
what
the
I'm
way,
saying?
you can pick that up Emma Littles no matter what. Anyways.
.com.
I'm a little
Check it out, y'all.
Check it out, so. Or you can get iPhone 8 for 75, iPhone 8 Plus for 85, or an iPhone X for 100.
Yeah.
I'm shopping for Freedom sponsorship here. But, I mean, that's fucking great. You can't beat that, really.
The only thing is, again, you have the restrictions. You know, when you travel.
Yeah.
Beyond.
I don't know. I think, yeah, I'm gonna have to. If I do that, I'm gonna have to figure out prepaid, like data plan on the next phone for when we go up north. Like, I'll figure out who works up there,
Yeah.
like what service works up there, and for that week or month, I'll pay $50
Get
for that month.
plan,
That's
yeah.
fine. I'm still saving
Yeah.
like so much in the long run there. It's worth it.
It just makes sense.
Yeah.
So this dream you had.
Go ahead.
I don't know if I can talk about it actually. Okay, so
It's too late. It's too late.
no, actually I
Don't put
can't.
it
Well,
out.
I can't.
No, you have to.
No,
You
no, I
can't say
actually
it.
can't. For
No, you're
Change the
telling us.
names. Change the names.
What reasons? For what reasons?
no. For just. I just can't. It's a, I.
You're the one who brought it up. You act
I know,
like
I
we,
know,
You
I
act
know.
like we came to you like.
And then
hey,
soon
what'd
as
you
I
dream
said
of
it, I
last
was like,
night?
I can't talk about it.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
Yeah, I know.
If you
But
guys
I'll tell you
want to
guys-
hear about Emo's dream, please hit us up on Twitter, Shot Club Podcast.
It'll be on the exclusive.
If we get at least 10 people, no, 15 people, he will tell us.
Subscribe.
He
Subscribe
will
to
tell us the
YouTube.
dream.
Check it out, y'all.
So what else is happening?
I'm about to release some exclusive stories that I can't say on air. So join us now on MaxNow.tv where you can hear about me.
Actually, how much time before he clocks again?
Like 6 minutes.
Okay.
I extended it a little
You
bit.
still have a
We're
guest
supposed to have a
coming
guest, yeah.
He's running late right
He
now.
posted. Did he hit you?
Yeah, he said he'll be around 7, but 7's past, but so I'm just waiting. We're waiting. He's on his way. I know he might be coming from like Oshawa or something like that, so let's see how this goes.
Oh, the dirty schwa.
But
I hit a boogie.
what I wanted to actually,
I hit a boogie. I was like, yo, let's do this.
Shout out to Mike Boogie.
I was like, can we get in? Let's do this track. He's like, just waiting to make sure everybody's done. I'm like, we're done. We're done. Let's do
There we go.
this. Nothing. Radio silence, Boogie.
Boogie.
Radio silence.
This is the Shot Club. We are here. We're ready to do this track.
We are
You better
ready
get back
to
at us, or
go.
else we might just have to kick him off his own track. We're all ready for
The
you.
track is dope though.
It is. It
The
really
track
is.
is really dope.
Yo,
But
I
on
think it's
this,
gonna be.
the whole question I was gonna ask was, let's talk about the album itself. It wasn't even a question, but let's talk about the album itself.
Yo,
This
Speaking of
on
the
Shot
album.
Club, what are we trying to attain with an album? Why are we dropping an album?
We are dropping an album because A,
we are MCs.
First of all, we're artists, and I know a lot of people see us on here as characters or whatnot, but first and foremost, we're artists that got together, and so we're always doing stuff, putting music out, doing shows. So we're really just extending the experience. We're going to be going on tour for the third season, during the beginning of the third season.
Wait, what season is it?
We're working on it. What season is it?
This is the second one.
Mom, what season is it? Mom!
Mom, why is your voice so deep?
She's got bronchitis.
Yeah, but we are artists, and we're always working on something. So
Yeah.
it's just
We're
another.
we're
it's-
doing it because we are artists, and it's time for us to be putting out some music,
Yeah.
and we have so many artists on the show.
Yeah,
It only makes sense to
collaborate.
collaborate, and it's fucking gonna be fantastic.
Yeah.
Like just compilation.
Fantastic cool, you said, right?
Fantastic. No, I was gonna say.
He said
another word.
fantastic cool.
I was gonna say fantastic collaboration.
Oh.
Fantastic like compilation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And the stuff we've done so far has been pretty dope. So
not bad, not bad.
especially last night.
Good
like,
size. Good
the,
size.
the track we were working on, like, it's gonna translate really well on stage,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what I look forward to. So
Really?
I'm laughing myself because I went to go get up and I went, and then pulled back. I'm like, I don't have to get up yet, so it just looked stupid.
There you
And
go.
I jumped up. I was like, it just looked stupid.
Oh, wait, did we? Oh, yeah, we're waiting.
No,
We're waiting on the clock. Calm down.
Okay.
it's happening. You got extras. You got
It's
extras.
hard to see what's in here.
To me, like the
How
album.
was how was
actually-
the school dance you went to last night?
Hold on, you went to a school dance last night?
I hate going to these parties, man.
Please.
I really hate. You know what it is, man? And we've said it before. We'll say it again. If you've been there, you've seen it. Toronto.
David.
I know, me too. I was like,
Toronto.
It's that time. Yeah. That's what it's
You
out
might
of.
need that.
That's what it's out of.
Toronto's too cool for its own good.
Too cool for its own
It's
school.
it's just you go into these parties, and there's just sections.
ah, I hate
There's
that.
no dance. The dance floor is here.
And it's clean,
Deep.
like, it's washed.
It's
The
a-
like,
DJ,
like
the
you said,
DJ's
it's a-
playing. The
it's a
DJ's
school
playing
dance,
shit.
Yeah.
And shout out
That's your
to
cue. It's like the DJ's playing shit. Not me.
Shout out to Omari. He was on the first season.
Yeah.
He was there.
Stick a fork.
Yeah.
Omi.
He was.
Was that how it goes?
I just say Omi.
Stick a fork on me.
Yeah, stick a fork Omi.
No, but his name is.
But stick a fork in me. Stick a fork on me.
But,
But you know what I'm saying?
yeah, no, exactly.
He was there last night, and I was just like, which side? Because there's the side that the DJ, and we're part of that, the DJ's friends are over here. They're in the cool section, so nobody over here is dancing. And then you have like another crew, party over here, and they're kind of dancing, but they're just like
White knock.
Within
to themselves,
yeah.
and they're kind of moving, but not really. And then you got the line up by the bar, and everybody's just kind of looking around.
I don't know. I think that's certain groups, because I don't know if you come to like my birthday party or like you know what I'm saying, like
Yeah,
if you throw a
but
jam,
everybody's there.
everyone's
That was close quarters though. There's not a lot of room
you gotta
to
pick
be.
the right
I think there's more
space too.
I want to say culture, but it's not culture. That's what I was gonna say. Like with
It is,
Jamaicans,
though.
it happened, but these people he's talking about are probably predominantly Jamaican, but they're a wallflower.
I'm
But you got-
I'm talking to Amari, and I'm like, yo, who do you think's gonna be the first one to make the move on the floor? Which party's gonna be? Because there's two big groups, and then there's a scattering of other people. I'm like, who do you think's gonna go first? And he's like, probably them over there. He's pointing to the party that were kind of, and they were
The ones
Kind
that were
of.
moving, that were swaying.
kind of, and then I was just like, after a while, it's just like,
But you create your own culture, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I went on the dance floor because it's just like, yo, it's.
But you, when you have your like, you know what I'm saying. I'm just like, if I have my people, y'all included, it's like it's gonna be a thing, and everybody's, So I think it's just
I want to know why people
some
go
people
out.
are just.
I want to know
It's
why
weird,
people go,
yeah.
especially like okay,
For
the weather
those
was.
reason, you go out to the club.
Hey! The weather wasn't bad last night, but there's times when
Weather was good.
but there's times when it's minus 20,
Yeah.
and you see people packed in this place, and they're not doing anything. And you're like, well, why are you here?
Yeah.
What did you come for?
Yeah,
Did you
yeah.
did you just come to drink? Okay, I get that. Did you just come to listen to
You
music?
came,
I get that.
you got ready, looking good.
Yeah,
you came
and
out.
then you want to go there and act like you don't care about any of it.
Yeah.
Like-
Why did you do all that?
And you're
Preparation?
drinking, so your
You're
inhibitions
spending
are
money.
lowered. Now's the time, if any. You might as
Go
well
out and
wait
just enjoy
to
yourself.
bring this guy in.
Yeah, that's why I poured the extra one.
Nah.
Mom, holler at mom.
He's like, I'm not waiting for nobody.
Holler at mom.
My inhibitions are.
Ah! I heard the doorbell.
Stop yelling!
Mom, did you get over your cold already?
Stop hitting him. Oh.
Stop. This is my mom.
Again, shout out to everybody that's.
Your mom sounds good these days.
Shout out to everybody that's following us on IG at Shot Club
You talking about your own
Podcast.
mom?
We are on IG if you're not following at Shot Club Podcast.
Check it out, y'all.
Is he coming in, or we're gonna wait another 10? You know what? Let's take this one.
Let's take a shot, man.
Well, we're about to do a shot without.
Our guest.
We just have to do another one.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, he's getting mic'd up.
Okay, let's get it.
Alright.
Let's get it. Let's get
Show
it. Let's get
goes
it. Let's
on.
get it.
Is that time for it?
I can't see. I have a big bright
He's
light
coming
in
in
my
right now. He's
eyes.
getting mic'd up. It's coming.
Bro,
We're gonna be
you
doing another
want
one in
us
2
to
minutes.
wait, but then you already set the clock.
Yeah, you did.
You don't want to rush in
You
us.
did.
Last. Okay, fine. Goodbye. Clock set.
I'm the one who pushed it because,
Clock set.
clock center. Clock center.
Club set.
Ooh, there's a clock over there.
Yeah, on mute. we're having the session in
That's
clock
the
is
Yoo-hoo.
playing.
That's the one Yoo-hoo, right? The Yoo-hoo?
Yeah. He drinks Yoo-hoo through the whole
The
thing.
whole thing because of his stomach. I mean, that's a little. Those are those little like nuances that they add into a movie. That
It was extra.
It adds.
Although
It's extra, but it
Spike
adds a
Lee's-
little bit
Yeah.
to
Everything's
it.
extra inspected.
It humanizes the person.
Yeah, it shows their quirks.
And quirks. I did that yesterday.
Quirks and quirks.
Quirks and quirks. No, it's a show on CBC.
Is that an old show or a new show?
No, it's a show.
Quirks?
Quirks
Oh,
and
I'm
Quirks.
thinking Clerks. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's a show on CBC Radio.
No, Quirks.
Quirks and quirks.
Never heard of that.
Well, I listen to radio. Talk radio.
So yeah.
Yeah, let's keep going.
I don't know what's going on up there.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, up
I don't
there.
think he's here.
He just walked in.
I just hope the mics are on
He
mute.
looks like dancer too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If he's someone that's with them.
Okay.
So what else is going on that is noteworthy in the world? You guys are really my ears to the street because
Truthfully,
I'm out of the
there's not much, honestly.
There's probably a lot.
But
What's your
for
favorite?
us to actually care about?
What's your favorite YouTube channel right now?
I don't care.
Comics Explained.
Yeah.
It's like, it makes it so much easier. I don't have to, what's it called, buy the comic, download the comic, whatever. He will explain the whole arc, break everything down, give me the backstories and all that shit. It's nice and easy.
That's really specific.
And the Breakfast Club.
Well, I've started piercing because
Emo, your friends are here.
Yo,
oh, Tom.
What?
Good?
Big time. You already know, brother.
What's up, man?
Big time.
The mic there.
Okay, so sit right beside me.
We told David Solomon not to come.
Not you, not you. You in the hot
You
seat.
in the hot seat.
You're in the hot seat. You can be right there.
I'm gonna stream this on my Facebook.
Do what you do.
What's up, DJ? That's the DJ over there. Hey, what's up, DJ? How are you? Good?
So what's going on? How you guys doing?
Good, man. Good, man. How you guys
Welcome
doing?
to the Shark Club.
Word up.
This is the thing, man.
What's been happening?
It's a cool set, man. Looks sick.
This is it.
What do you guys know about this?
Try it. It's just a basement. You know.
Right.
We're in my mom's basement.
Rap City basement, but like with shots.
Yeah.
Okay.
Without the free. Well, we do have
It's,
to
it's, it's the basement
Is
after
this bigger or
dark.
is this bigger? This way.
Why can't I be Tigger?
Whoa. Because you're just not funny enough. No, I'm just kidding. Yo, you're hilarious, bro. I've been watching your guys' stuff. It's
What?
hilarious.
Fucking, I just leave it like that.
Yeah, you're good. That's right there.
I'm supposed to be the designated driver.
Okay, so
I gotta get the
So you
stage.
do, you do chest
Okay.
shots.
Yeah, okay.
Oh no, we gotta get an extra one for him then.
Can we get one more?
Yo, Mom, check to see.
We'll get you.
What are we
Yo, your
drinking?
mom is
Yeah.
actually so cool.
Right?
Like, yo,
Black.
I didn't even realize.
I know you're pro black.
My mom.
So we got the black barrel,
You know what I'm saying?
tequila.
Word up.
So we were actually just talking about favorite YouTube channels. What have you been watching on YouTube? Every what's the one that pops up in here? Like I gotta
So
check.
like a channel?
Yeah.
I don't know, you know, I more so go by songs. So like if I see a sound that I like, I just,
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's mostly music based. In
Yeah,
here.
yeah, definitely.
What song? Please, like.
Yeah,
fucking
educate us.
Let us know what you like, because we've been talking about like what's good, what's
Yeah,
new,
yeah.
that's good these days, and we
Yeah,
are
to
having
be
a hard
honest.
time. We've been talking about these little fucking
The Lil Lils.
Lil
yeah,
Lils.
the little
The Lil
that,
Youngs.
are still called
Yo.
hip hop these days, but we're just like, what the fuck?
I'm more
Like,
hip
we're
hop
like,
sucks right now to the point where I just listen to reggae.
Yeah.
well, then
I
Ches
don't
is the plug then.
The rest, you know what I'm saying?
Even I guess that would be even better because we were talking about streaming sites. Apple
Yeah, yeah,
Music. Are you on any of them? Spotify?
Not yet. It's actually in the works. I'm gonna get on it. It's not there yet. You know what I'm saying?
So the last album, No Refunds.
Yeah.
You haven't put that out there. Like that.
Oh no, I meant as a listener.
Well,
Like
listen.
just listen.
You're not listening?
You know,
Okay.
I listen to Spotify here and there, but like I never really actually like subscribe.
Okay.
I know the gist of what it's about. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Yeah.
I just saw something online. It was like a picture, and it was like, if you get 1 million streams off of all the streams,
Nipsey Hussle's post?
possibly. It says
Title's the one.
exactly. Spotify, you get like 4K. Apple, you might get like 2K.
Hold on.
And then hold on, Tidal, you get about like 12K.
Oh,
So
really?
they're saying go to Tidal because they actually pay the artists the thing.
Because not that many people use titles right now, so they're trying to get more people to it. So they're paying a little bit more. YouTube's like apparently like the worst. Like,
Yeah.
I've seen it.
YouTube, they changed everything. So
Yeah.
now you have to have 1,000 subscribers and a certain amount of views to
Yeah.
actually be able to monetize.
You have to have a lot of
any-
videos, like a lot, like it's consistent, like monthly, in order to actually get paid out by. You have to get millions of views all the time. That's why all these little kid channels, you see all these little kids, like
They're making their money.
They're making millions. Like my son's trying to YouTube now.
But there was like a lot of people that were YouTubing, but it was more adult.
Right.
They're fucked.
Yeah.
They can't monetize anymore because it's more of a, we'll say, a family-friendly company now. So anything that streams, if you cuss in your thing, you can't monetize it.
I'd say Spotify though seems to be a really good place for people to market just because there's lots of like all these playlists now that you can be part of, there's all these different avenues. So it's like I think they kind of changed the game in that aspect and people are gonna have to try to catch up to them. But I think Spotify is the one right now in my opinion because it's like free stream.
It's the only one I use. That's what I was asking you.
I didn't say Apple Music. I've got an iPhone, so Apple Music, it's just easy and it gives me everything that I need. So every day I'm checking out new music, whether it's not even new music. It's just shit I haven't checked. Like, so I'm going back and checking Pink Floyd out.
It kind of keeps you current with what's going on.
No, not even that. No, it can. But me, I've been looking at like, you know, when we were just buying CDs and tapes and all that. You can't really get everything. You can go into the HMV, whatever, you can grab a bunch of things. But there's always music that you want that you never get.
Yeah, you have to drop a lot of money to get all the music that you actually supposed to get back.
So now I can go back and I can get the whole Pink Floyd.
It's not that you can go
get
buy
the Jimi Hendrix.
That makes sense.
And that's why I like
But right now, like you were saying,
Yeah,
it
me
keeps
too.
you current. For me, it's not like I can't get everything I want now. Now I'm like, I don't know what the fuck to like
But
check out.
they do have playlists where they're like the new hip hop. This is what's current.
Bro, even when I go on those,
And they can go
especially on YouTube too, I'll be like, I'll check out a Method Man song, and then all of a sudden I'll be on Lil Peep, and I'll be like, what the fuck just happened? How did I get there?
But let me get into this because he asked me a good question. I don't think he's been introduced to Darkwing Club yet.
No.
No.
So he asked. He asked.
I literally just walked in. I'm like, can I take a shot?
So
That's why he's
Darkwing.
quiet. You guys need to give us
I
some.
gotta
sweating.
wait 2 minutes.
So Darkwing Plug is our official 5th member. He lets us know when we take the shot. So we set it at 10 minutes, and then you're gonna hear him go off, and then we take the shot.
I think he should get at least a double shot.
Yeah.
He's gotta catch up.
Hold on. Mom's voice has been going in and out.
Give your friends a drink.
You're lucky that
Stop being so stingy.
beforehand. Right now, because normally you come in, we start talking, it goes off, and we're just like, yeah, and you're like, what the fuck is going
Well,
on?
it's a new approach.
You gave him the intro.
Yeah, had to. Because we've had guests that just kind of take shots.
Well, he did show up a little bit late, so he should like be, you know.
We got
Double up.
yeah.
You take that one. Take that one now.
Take yours
Take yours
okay,
now.
yeah, you go ahead. Let's go top him up.
And you get you take the shot, and then you're gonna tap twice. There you go.
All right.
All right. So once it goes off, and you jump right back in.
Shot Club Podcast on IG. Follow us.
Before we jump in, tell us about you. So
What's going on with you?
Scarborough, right?
Flem originally still, but then
Okay.
moved to Scarborough.
Yo, did you hear the accent just come out? There was a little tinge of curry in there. There's Scarborough curry in there.
You know what I mean? But yeah, what am I working on?
So no, we'll start with the growth first, because maybe the viewers they don't know much about you. So
Probably better if you ask a question.
Flemo. No, I'm gonna break it down. So Flemo. So when did you start with music? What got you into it?
Well, I always kind of like did music. I love music. You know what I'm saying, but then like I kind of it's like I grew up. With
Hey!
Oh fuck! All right then.
You know what I'm talking
Alright.
about. Don't make me spell it out.
This one.
You know what I'm saying? But
So continue.
so yeah, I kind of grew up listening to music that I could relate to. You know what I'm saying? And then I wanted to kind of do the same thing.
What did you grow up listening to? Just for example.
Well, fuck, I'm a roots reggae fanatic. So I grew up on that, and then also I say like, Bone Thugs is actually my favorite group right now. You know what I'm saying? Bone Thugs and Harmony was actually my favorite shit. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? And then like so,
Random, but
what?
it's funny you don't like mumble rap.
Right?
No, but that's interesting you say that. They're one of the few
They were way ahead of
artists
their time.
that can
I
spit that
can't
fast,
forget
but
the Wu-Tang. My bad to cut you off. I
Yeah,
can't forget Wu-Tang. That's like the biggest influence. You know what I'm saying? Wu-Tang,
Probably all of us.
Yeah, no,
but like Bone Thugs were actually pronunciating.
They were.
Like if you actually slow that shit down,
Now listen, you hear actual words.
they're actually
But they
saying
were
words.
actually saying, they were saying shit. You know what I'm saying?
saying shit, and they were harmonizing.
They had wordplay.
They
They
were-
were technical. They were technical artists.
They
They
don't
were
have,
Nowadays they're just
before
blah, blah, blah,
harmonizing.
no technicality.
they don't get the credit they deserve for what they've done to date.
Honestly, they're the innovators of the whole mumble rap facade. Personally,
In a sense.
Yeah. Like
In a
they're
sense.
they kind of innovated the whole thing. You know what I'm saying?
Talked about. We talked about who the.
Oh, the Godfather of mumble rap.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne.
That's as well.
We did.
To me,
Lil Wayne.
That's just
mumble rap people
David
are
said-
Lil Wayne's kids. These are the people that grew up with Lil Wayne. They love Lil
That's
Wayne, and
You know the fucking
They
thing
become
about
who they
Lil
are
Wayne
now.
is I was actually a Wayne fan before that shit. Like,
Me too.
Back in the day when they did
Me
the
too.
Black is Hot. I
Yeah.
love that shit. I love that shit. That shit
He was
live.
different. He was
Yeah.
different in
He
that
was,
role.
he was original back then, I think.
and even then he had punchlines.
No,
Even then,
Yeah.
when Cash Money came out,
Wayne
that
came
was
out.
my crew. Like
Came out.
Lil Wayne was my dude. My brother used to always say. So as soon as Lil Wayne got big, my brother would come to me. He's like, "Yo, you called this. Like you were the one who loved Lil Wayne." I was just like, because he had that thing.
He wasn't the same as the other guys. Like there was something Juvenile brought that was Juvenile. There was something that
Definitely,
BG brought.
Yeah.
I think
BG.
BG was like
He-
the
he learned from
actual
all of
real
it.
G over there.
From
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Aside from being a heroin addict.
Think about it.
Everybody down
Like
there.
a DMX, he's like a DMX. It's just that he got himself
Fuck
locked
up.
up.
See, DMX even said it himself in a magazine I was reading a couple years ago. He said, he's like, everybody in the family got at least one person fucked up on drugs. He never, you double XL. To be honest, yo. It's
He's
like,
talking about himself.
yeah.
He is the one.
But it's also the thing is like, he didn't deny it. He was like, you're a crackhead.
cognizant of it.
You're a crackhead. Yeah, but I'll beat you up. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I'm your crackhead. I'll fucking shoot you in the face.
Now flip.
And then put out a platinum album.
Right after that. I'm cracking to what?
Two in 1 year. In 1 year.
He sold a lot of records in a 6 to 8 months span.
For sure.
98.
But yeah,
But yeah, go ahead.
but Flemo's got a history, man.
Oh, yeah.
You got greatness in that area. Was there anybody within that area that said something to you like, yeah, I can do this?
I don't know, 'cause I'm still mad young, you know what I'm saying? Like I watched what old heads were doing, but then I actually caught on to what old heads were doing when I got older myself, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
So
When it goes back.
Yeah. Kind of like did some research.
Right.
Listen in. It was more so when I was, for sure. But it was more so see, when I moved to Scarborough, I started doing certain things, and I started watching certain people do certain things, and I kind of was like, yo, I'm gonna write a verse. The first verse was fucking trash.
You remember it though.
Yeah.
You remember it.
Yes.
Word for
No,
word.
I'm not gonna spit.
But do you remember word
yes.
for word?
No, but that's
When am I gonna spit it though?
That's cool.
When am I gonna spit it though? Oh, that verse was shit.
I don't think we've ever asked that amongst us. No. Do we remember our first? I remember my first song.
I remember the first track I recorded, but I don't remember the words. I just remember like
Yeah.
My first track I ever recorded was called Mafia Style. It was with Juice from Slug, Juice Holiday from Slug. He did-
Okay.
He did the hook for me, you know what I'm saying? That song was shit too. You know what I'm saying? Like, my verses, see, like at the time I liked them because I'm like, fuck, I'm in the studio. I felt like a down. I'm like, let's get my studio. One of my older heads on it with
Was
me.
it the basement studio?
No, it was actually a studio.
Actual
It was
studio.
like a rented space.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
okay.
They had a little thing going on in Scarborough, like at that time, you know what I'm saying? So I did that song or whatever, and I'm just like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Fuck, I'm on top of the world. I'm gonna get signed. Yes.
yeah.
Mo, do you remember the first studio you recorded at?
I've been like home studio. I built my
I
home
was gonna
studio
say mine's home
from
studio
time.
too.
Immediately I was like,
You're from Sudbury, yeah?
yeah,
I know you're from
Yeah.
Hold on.
So you guys drove from Sudbury to get here?
yeah. We commute every Sunday. Every Sunday.
Clever fucking diamonds. Fucking dedication right there and shit. I didn't know each other though, you know what I'm saying?
I was telling him, I've known since my Medina Lounge.
That's like 7 years. What's telling this guy today? It's like 7 years. 2010.
Before they changed it. What is it now?
It's like a comedy club or some shit.
Is it?
What is it? No, it's a different name
Closed
now.
down. I don't remember the name of it.
No, it's a new. It's the same spot. They just have a different name and ownership.
Okay.
But it was like they changed the ownership like probably 3 years ago.
Yeah.
But
I think
that
it was even
Medina,
more than
that-
3 years ago. But
That was
Shout
when
out to,
we're performing that Walk with a Limp song. And you guys like that song. I
Yeah.
fucking hated it. Fucking hated it.
But it was the performance of it.
Bro, that
Like,
song, like, everybody's like, yeah, Walk with a Limp. I'm like, I hate you, fucking asshole. You know what I'm saying? Like,
At what point do you hate the song? Because there's a point where you like it,
yeah.
you
Okay, you know what?
You've written it. You've
Yeah,
gone
yeah,
over it in
But
your
why
head.
you
You went
performing
to
it
the
still
studio.
if you hate
Because
it?
no. You see,
No,
when
but that's
when I-
a real
I
shit,
know
though.
we all have those songs, but
Sure. You see, when I realized I hated it was when I got a bit older and I realized trap music sucks. You know what I'm saying? It was like,
Do you pioneer some shit? You didn't? Is that like penicillin?
what?
Is that like penicillin? The guy who invented it realized what it would do. He was just like, oh
Bro.
shit.
Okay, I break it down like this. The hook is walk with a limp, walk with a limp, see me swagging when I'm stepping. I don't use the word swag.
That sounds like.
I don't fucking use that word swag.
nobody should have.
Sounds like
Yeah,
a
man.
That sounds like 0708.
Right?
Yeah. That
Fucking
shit.
hook sucks.
That sounds like 0708. Just the way you did
To
that.
be honest, I recorded it 08 or 09, and then I started performing it in 2010.
Because that style of hook was big.
It was you know what? It was a franchise. Them franchise boys beat. You know what I'm saying? So, and they were bumping them. But like that's what. You see, like I kind of grew up and I realized I'm like, it doesn't make sense to do what everybody's doing. You know what I'm saying? That's when I said fuck all
You're in a
this.
long white tee, right?
Huh?
You're in a long white tee.
In my white tee.
Yeah.
But it also was like fuck, bro. At the end of the day, I'm a child of boom bap. I'm a product of real hip hop.
Yeah.
So why am I gonna fucking follow the trend of what these guys are doing just because they're doing it to try and get a forward because they're doing it? I'm like, nah, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People get. It's my bad to call you. Go ahead.
It's not about following trends necessarily. I think we all may like take aspects of what's going on now.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's certain artists that we could probably all name that have been timeless and have like followed trends and
Like
come out of trends
Jay-Z.
and like
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z,
Jay-Z
Busta
was-
Rhymes, like
That's the definition.
Busta Rhymes is
Jay-Z?
one of the best
You know, I
rappers
was-
of all time.
Yes.
Like, I think he's one of the best because you break it all like this. You see every trend of every phase of hip hop
And
since
he's
the
done it.
80s.
Yeah.
He was fucking shining in every
Yeah,
single phase.
yeah.
Of hip hop.
Sure.
The 80s, the doom,
Yeah.
do that shit, to the 90s, gritty.
When you
The
see
whole shit.
what
You know,
he's
today.
done,
fucked with Pharrell and the Neptunes and that shit. Like,
He did everything.
he actually we spoke about it before.
Like I think he's one of the best, but he's not my favorite rapper, but he's definitely one of the best of all time.
Velvet DeVoe. We spoke about
Oh, shit.
that song.
yeah.
Busta worked with them too.
He
Back-
wrote that song that,
Yeah, right.
that we were talking
Backstage,
about. Backstage.
oh yeah, man.
Busta
He wrote that verse.
It's pretty
Yeah.
sick.
But he's been around forever, and he's. Anytime you see him in the videos, he still has that passion, that energy.
Bro, he's one of the livest. I've seen so many shows. And he put on one of the livest shows of all time. Him and Split Star. That's
I
it.
still haven't seen
And
him
him,
live.
he took off his shirt. He's like, if a rapper doesn't,
Hey!
if a rapper can't do this or brings out his shirt,
Taking another
they didn't
chance.
put on a fucking show.
Did that, was that premature? He kind of had a ring.
Yo, even Split Star though. Split Star is highly underrated.
Yeah.
He's fucking dope.
Why didn't the Split Star album ever come out?
Because
Why didn't a lot of mercy?
You asked him like,
No,
fucking mercy.
no, that actually came out why that didn't happen. Yeah, he got dropped.
Yeah, but it's stupid.
Did he get dropped or did he leave though?
I got the album off of what's it called?
The Darkest Hour.
Napster.
Ungodly Hour.
I found it.
Ungodly-
I found it on Napster.
Ungodly Hour. That's what it was.
He's a magazine head.
Napster.
I know he's a magazine head because they used to have the ads for that in the magazine. Yeah.
I used to.
Look at
Honestly,
this.
back when back when the source was the source, like I used to fucking
Yeah.
religiously read
Yeah.
it. Even double XL and shit.
Benzino bring the source.
He did.
You dress him up, but you can't take him out. Look at that.
He was 3 shots in?
This guy's mom is gonna be so pissed off.
Mom, do we have any paper towels?
Clean up, mom.
But even
Sorry, Mom.
So
Yeah.
you started hip hop for them all.
I actually started rapping when I was in Scarborough.
Okay.
Donald Trump.
Like I used to fuck around and stuff. Tried to think I could, but like when I moved to Scarborough, it was just like, yeah, you know.
So where did you originally come from before that?
Before that, I was born in Scarborough, but then moved to Fleming, and then moved back to Scarborough. And then all over
So
fucking.
you wasn't when you were like super young. that you
No,
started,
man. I started. To be
started
honest,
rapping.
I think I started when I was like 15.
Okay.
Okay,
That's still young. That's still young.
Those?
That's usually like a good age that most people start.
Yeah.
Now you said
But I mean, you don't have crafts on your face, and you're not rapping about Xans.
And I don't. Unfortunately,
You're not
man.
15.
Unfortunately, I don't drink lean. I'm sorry. Sorry, I don't drink lean.
I've never done lean. Like in my head, I'm just wondering why would you want to drink cough syrup?
And I
It's
don't.
so weird.
Bro, it's so
Lil
expensive
Wayne,
here.
Lil
in
I
Wayne.
didn't
Canada,
like
it's so
cough syrup in
expensive.
the first place.
yeah, you know what? That's stupid. That's a different culture. That's something that you either get it or you don't get it. Me personally, I don't get it. but it's not.
It doesn't make sense.
It's not something.
The only
that
reason
interests-
you're doing it here and now is because you saw like a rapper do it. You're
the
not
same
doing it
time-
because it's part of the like
At the same time,
thing that we're doing.
I find with music, the generations connect on what drug they're doing at that time.
Yeah.
Perfect example though. It's cool to drink Hennessy now. So look at everybody with Hennessy bottles in their face.
It's expensive, man.
Expensive, but like it's that.
Not in the States.
It's
In the States, you go to the bar, it's
Still-
$20
yo,
bottle.
it's still-
It's nothing. Like,
Really?
Hennessy is cheap in the States.
Because I was on IG.
Because it's a popular drink, so it's easy to keep boom, 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 boom.
I was on IG and somebody had like one of those rare Hennessy bottles. It wasn't like the regular, it was some other shit. And I was like, regular Hennessy is expensive. And he was like, you damn right it is.
In Canada, it's super.
But he, yeah,
Who-
but
who
that
ordered
this is the
Hennessy
person in the
here?
States. No, this is the person in the States said regular Hennessy is expensive. So,
Not when I was in the States, bro. When I was in the States, it was like $20 bottle.
Somebody asked for
At the
Hennessy
club.
on the shot club, and we're like, nope.
We're like, quick. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
we respect.
We're gonna need two of those. No.
I think it was Team Asia.
The one time, actually, when he said that, I went to the border.
that
I was in Niagara and I go to the border and I was like, okay, I want to get them. And they were like, no, you have to cross into the States
Yeah,
and then cross
come
back
back.
and buy it. So I'm not doing all that shit. First and foremost, I don't have my passport on me.
Yeah.
I'm not running this. Fuck it.
Hennessy's cool though. It's
I
cool,
personally
but it's
like
not
it.
something that I, you know.
I'm not gonna go out of my way to buy
Hennessy's
a
a beast.
bottle of Hennessy.
Hennessy.
I like it though.
It's
but-
Hennessy because it's Hennessy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's not necessarily because you like it.
It's a status thing. It's like a
It's
Jordan.
status thing. It is.
It's like a
That's why I
Jordan.
like Cristal back
But
in the
like,
day.
yo, Appleton does the same shit to me that a Hennessy bottle would do.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
I don't know about
And
that.
Apple.
Maybe not.
I don't know about that. Hold on.
Truly,
That's my drink. That's my
But
drink.
see,
Truly,
he's the east side.
if we wanna bring it-
I'm from the west, so you know.
if you want to bring
I'm an
it
Appleton guy.
Or St. Remy.
Canada against US,
Yeah.
Appleton should be
I brought a
Canadians'
bottle.
Hennessy.
St.
Every rapper should be using Hennessy in Canada.
Yeah.
That should be our thing.
Yeah.
I mean, Appleton, not Hennessy. That should be our Hennessy. But we always follow fashion.
No, cause what?
Fuck that.
Fuck
No.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, whiskey.
Whiskey-
A whiskey. If that's
yeah.
Okay,
Yo, listen.
here's a better question. Here's a better question.
Whiskey
Here's a
for
better
me is
question.
flight juice. I can't drink whiskey.
Okay.
Here's a better question.
We were this close. Hide your crowd.
Oh no, we doing that. Oh, we doing it. We doing it. You on the chocolate?
It's just a little. It's just a little.
You guys are my friends, bro.
Yeah, man.
You guys ever try Siempre tequila?
Bro, we were
We
just
had him on the
talking
show, bro.
Oh,
Yeah, we had
Alex is
Alex on.
wicked.
Shout out
Alex
to
was on our
Alex.
second
That shit
He
is
was on our.
smooth.
He was on our
Smooth.
first season.
This guy hit the bottle.
Compared to this,
smooth. That's why I was asking.
Yeah.
Because I've got like a case of his bottles in my garage. They sponsor like the music videos. and
Yeah.
stuff.
yeah.
Alex is
we
my
put them-
homie
we
from
put them in,
Ottawa.
music videos as much as you can.
Siempre
Oh, they're
is dope.
wicked.
But we were like, we did this, we bought this tequila because it's 100%
He actually.
Agave.
agave, which we learned from him is like the only way.
That's
to
when you
drink
know
tequila.
it's real
It was,
tequila.
it was one of those episodes where A, you got educated,
Right.
and B,
You got drunk as hell.
Yeah.
it was good. No, but he explained to us it's an up and a down.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the episode, because we had, what was it, the crack? Was the Kraken episode right before that, or the Kraken episode was before that? And we were
creeper though.
Yes.
wasted.
It creeps up and gets you cracking.
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
We were wasted
That
after the
episode
first
was, I don't even.
after that episode.
Plus, we also had
So-
like a 60. The crack.
Yeah.
But
But at the same time, after that episode, and then we had the Siempre, and he explained to us it's upper. We got an education on it. It was a dope episode. He couldn't stay for the whole one. Hopefully he'll be back season 3 maybe. Come through, showcase the bottle again.
you
But
guys should do like an episode in the truck or something. He's got
Yeah,
the big Benz truck. You know what I mean? I mean, like I know like mom's basement's nice and everything, but I'm just saying. It's like,
we got more content coming through as far as like
Different
extra
things.
shit.
I hear you. I hear
Oh, and
you,
he's
yeah.
always down to build, and Alex is super.
For sure.
Shout out to Alex.
Alex is like one of the first people to like any post that we put up. Truthfully. So. But still, back to SPECZ. So, we'll just jump.
Yeah.
We're gonna jump. So, your crew was GSC. You still GSC? It's here and there. Like, no, understandably, like
Honestly,
when it comes to people in groups, you
You know
never
what?
know how
I'm
long.
not gonna talk any dirt about anybody in the group. Shout out to everybody. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's like we're all going our separate ways because of internal issues.
Okay. Yeah.
But I'm now like I'm a member of the Moon Crickets.
Okay.
With Lord Fury.
Talk about that though, because they mentioned that earlier.
Yeah. So I was explaining to him, the Moon Crickets, it's a Wool affiliate, right?
Yeah. More
Like,
so,
is it Killer Bees affiliate or like in which way?
like me personally, Lord Fury got me in with ghetto government officials.
Okay.
And that's Hellraiser from Sons of Man.
Is it still Hellraiser? I thought it was Heaven Raiser.
Well, fuck, it's the same shit.
I'm just saying.
Same man, you know what I'm saying?
I thought
Yeah.
he changed it up though.
He's a real good dude, though, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like, they got me in or whatever. Like, Rock Rain from Moon because I've been known since I was like 14 or 15 years old. Fury knew me since I was like 16 years old, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, and then G Knight, I met him at the barbershop a couple years ago because he works at the barbershop in Oshawa, you know what I'm saying? So, it's
So
like, yeah.
Moon Crickets is Canadian.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So growing up, as you met them as kids, did they influence you at all into making music?
Definitely. Rock, I grew up. I always had respect for Rock, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're actually doing an EP together.
Okay.
It's in the works.
Okay.
We're doing a joint EP together, you know what I'm saying? But I always respected Rock because he was an older head that kind of used to like bring me, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, if I'm fucking up, he'd be like, yo, fuck off with your bullshit, you know what I'm saying? Like, he'd pull me aside and tell me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I always respected him, you know what I'm saying? And Fury, like, I knew him, like he knew me when I was a kid, like he seen me around and shit, but he wasn't really around enough. Like he was in and out, you know what I'm saying? Like a pastor,
Yeah,
you know?
okay.
But like he was always always respect too, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. The Rock's like a big brother to me, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Word up. And then, yeah. So they kind of added me to the fold, probably I'd say last year.
Okay, yeah.
I'm saying they added me to that group or whatever.
Like after the last album, because you did a lot of tracks with them on No Refunds, right?
Yeah. Actually, it was around the release of No Refunds. Making the No Refunds, that's when they're kind of like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it kind of became official tissue.
I want to say what you say, but where do you find No Refunds?
My phone's ringing and I'm not answering. Sorry, man.
It's
Oh,
right on the microphone too. Alright, finish what you're saying.
I was actually gonna,
decline, bro.
I was actually gonna snatch that one because we gotta fill this up.
Yeah, you know, fucking.
Yeah, I just pressed decline on mom, I'm sorry.
It's all good. What's the.
I would never do that to
It's
mom.
mom,
You guys
so
expect me to
apologies
do
already.
You also.
tuned into
Oh, we gotta
the.
bring you along.
What was the question again?
Done? Done? Fucking drunk already.
What was the question?
Where the fuck was I going with that shit? What did
Oh,
I
you
say?
said where's no refund?
Yes, where do you find No Refunds?
Yeah, see what you get for trying to be me.
You try to be him, you fuck it up.
It's on Audio Mac, and I have physical CDs usually on me. Fucking today I didn't bring any.
But we will get into it, but you'll have them at the Connect the Dot show.
Oh yeah.
Okay, we'll get into that, but...
Connected.
Hey! Okay, so you don't like whiskey, but
So,
it's a shot club. We
but
here.
Okay.
we might as well talk to this guy since he's here too.
Connect the dots, man.
Yeah.
Give him the whiskey.
Yo,
Wait,
Looking at
stream
the
your
dot.
phone. Put a Wi-Fi in the stream your phone.
Wait, hold on.